Hello. Well, this is video number 2. Today's the 3rd of January 2024. Make sure I'm right. It's the 3rd. Yes, I was right. The 3rd. So I have been busy. I haven't read any more of my books today. That's today. After I get this done, I am going to lay on my bed and read. Wait a minute. Let's get something straight real quick. We need to talk about the munchie plate. I got a munchie bowl this time. I got ham. I made a ham yesterday. I got some oranges and I got salad. Ooh, that's the dog's now. She will be happy. But oh, these little salads you get from the grocery store. I said this one is the Santa Fe. Very good. And you know, gotta have crackers with salad. You know, a lot of people have chips or whatever, or garlic bread. I'm a cracker person. I'm a cracker person, and I like a lot of dressing. Dressing? Is it called dressing? Not dressing. Whatever. And you know, good old sody pody. Can't do nothing without that. Now, let's get down to brass tacks. So I did get my first block done, the Addy. That's it right there. And I did decide to do the Quilt As You Go. So I need a backing for the Quilt As You Go. And I just got the rest of the, oh, I got it wet. I just got the rest of the fabric that I was using and just kind of made a scrappy. So who knows what the back's going to look like. And I have the batting right here. I need to cut blocks of batting, and then I need to quilt it. I'm not sure how I'm going to quilt it, straight stitch. I'm not sure. We'll see about that. But Addie, let's see if I can find it. It should just open because I had it open there. Right there. Okay, Addie. Her story was about her and her husband in the, I'd say, whew, I can't remember what year it was, 32 or something like that. Anyway, they left the city, bought a farm. He had a mechanic shop inside the city, was like 4 miles away. They bought the farm. And basically it tells a little bit about her farming, and she had some children, so she had to take care of the children, farm, and keep up with all of her husband's needs also. It was interesting, and a lot of times she says that she kept getting the magazine and just sticking them away for the times in the winter where she had some downtime to, I think that's what it was, winter. So in the winter, well, she had time to actually read. That was kind of interesting. And she's, you know, she was talking about what hard work it was farming. I can't, you know, us farming now is us getting to the grocery store and rummaging through the aisles. That's us farming these days. We've lost a lot of our farmers, and I'm not going to get into it. Anyway, so that's that. That was one thing on my list. Yeah, another thing on my list was the pineapple blocks. I was starting my orange. So yesterday I sat here and just cut fabric. These are, the blocks are basically 2 colors and white. So I kind of picked the oranges. This is one set. This will be another set. And then another set. I'm doing 8 sets of 4. That's pretty cool fabric right there. And it's okay that it has other colors in it, but the main color will be orange. And then, you know, there's some oranges that are just ugly. I do like orange. That's really pretty right there. I like that color orange, the light. I think I have orange, some purple, some blue, pink, and white, I think, to do. Let me get these back up there, because if these fall, it's a real mess. Hold on, hold on. This one right here is pretty cool. It's got some blues. I was thinking about putting, instead of orange fabric with it, but putting blue fabric with it. But I thought, not this time. Not this time, Misty, because you're just not feeling it. That's right. And this one's got a little bit of pink in it, so I put a pink background. It's close to orange. Or pinky. My lighting's not so good today because it's overcast. And, you know, I grew up in California. You know, when it rains in California, it pours, or whatever our saying is. And then I went to Vegas, and it really didn't rain there. And when it did, it rained. It's like, oh yeah, 20 minutes of that really rained a lot. And then it was gone, everything dried up, and it was dusty. Here, it just is wet. It's like living in a cloud. And it's just always wet. I mean, I have more green in my dirt here than I had in Vegas on a grassy knoll. I don't know if it was knoll, whatever, on a grassy lawn. And it's the prettiest green. Okay, this is the next one. Chit-chatty, chit-chatty. Oranges, I love oranges. Yeah, see, because look, I got, uh-oh, Ginger seen somebody. Arr! She said, arr! Neighbors going up the stairs. They just look at her like, ugh, ugh. Anyway, next is this one. That's my next set. And then these are the whites that I'll be putting on it. You know, and it's got some, it's gonna be, it's pretty, it's pretty. So I got those all cut out, and now I also got these prepped, and these are the papers for the paper piecing. And I got my first block on there. And I'm not going to try to explain how to do that because, you know, I am not a teacher. So I got those, and it's just going to be piece, piece, piece. It usually takes me a week to get 32 blocks done, because that's what it'll be. There's 32 blocks worth. And on each block, there are 25 pieces on each block. So it's just zoom, 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 iron, iron, cut, cut, zoom, 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 iron, iron, cut, cut. That's this. Let's say hip hoppy, dip, hip hoppy. Okay. What else do I got? I've been working a lot more on my my stitching. I'm getting pretty close to being done. Not close enough to say I'm really close. I'd say I'm at least 50% done. And I just sit there really while I'm watching TV. Yesterday it was a real bad pain day. So I just kind of sat with the heating pad on my back and a bunch of blankets on me, and Ginger, my dog, was laying on me, and we just sat and watched a show. Oh my goodness, it's such a good show. It's an old show, and it is called Dun 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 from Netflix. And I just found it, and I think there's 4 or 5 seasons, and I'm already in the 4th season, and it's called Last Tango in Halifax. It is such a good show. It's crazy how much these people go through, but it's one of those shows that you got to listen to. It's just mainly talking. It's not a lot of action or comedy or anything like that. Yeah, that's kind of like. I did get out a couple things to show you that, you know, I kind of do. But first off, I'll show you. When we were younger, we used to quilt, you know, and it was just cut a square, and it was never straight. Throw them together, and then try to put a backing. We usually use blankets to put backings on them and stuff like that. and they were not the greatest. But you know, that was us quilting. One time, me and my sisters had a quilt off, and what we did is I bought fabrics, and enough for all of us to have. I think I can't remember how many fabrics it was, 2 or 3 fabrics, and they were just small, like baby size blankets. And we had a contest of who could be done fastest, or who did it the best, or something like that. And Mia, you know, she's always for the fastest because she just put it in there. It was like it was crazy. Then she'd go fix it. So we had to fix it. But the very first quilt I ever did that I actually used a pattern for, I started years and years. I took a class one time, and I only went to like the first couple because, you know, life got busy, and I never finished it. And it was a quilting class, you know, to teach you how to quilt. And then we went to and it was in Vegas. And the very first quilting shop that I ever really went to, that was like just for quilting, was called the Christmas Goose in Las Vegas. And I liked them, and so I took a class there. And this was like the first class I went to when I was going to learn how to quilt, and only went to the first couple. It was like 22 years ago, and it was just like a community college kind of class. And they took us on to go buy our fabric, and we went to the Christmas Goose. And then later on, I can't remember what I was doing. I was going to a different store, and I thought, well, I wonder, is this where that place was? And that's what started this whole quilting thing. I drove by it again, and I thought, I'm going to go in there. So I went in there, and I think it was 22 years later or something like that, and they were still open. Got some fabric, you know, got involved with them, went to my first retreat with them. It was just like 4 months or so later, and took a class, and they, you know, kind of taught you how to do it. So this is the first quilt that I used a pattern. I picked up the fabric there. This is the first one. It's a pinwheel, kind of a pinwheel. That was the first one I did. And then it's like, oh wow, pattern. Wow, I never thought I'd be able to read a pattern for a quilt. And it's really quite simple once you really think about it. And this right here, I actually did some quilting. I don't know if you can see it. You can't see it. But it's the first time I used my sewing machine to do quilting. It looks terrible, but you know. And this was the second one. You know, I want to do a red and white one. And this was the first time I did a red and white. And it's the, something at sea, oh, I have it written down. Hold on, let me get my cheat sheet right here. Yep. And this is called Storm at Sea. It's a Storm at Sea pattern, and I did this one in 2022. And the other one, I don't even think, oh yeah, right here, in 2021. So I did this one 2022, I did this one in 2021. And then, you know, I did cross stitch a lot. And they were like, oh, you gotta, you know, when you go to the secondhand store, you have to look for cross stitch to, I think they save the cross stitch or something like that. So I did that a bit. And then this, when I was here and right before I came, was I here in Vegas? Or was it in Chico? I think it was Vegas. I went to the secondhand store and I saved a quilt. It's really old. And it's tattered. But this was all hand pieced. All of it. And it was applique, hand pieced. Let's see if I can get this on. And it's falling apart, and I want to re-sew it. I mean, it's peeling. It's really bad. I've washed it once, because, you know, you gotta wash something. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it. So I just kind of have it sitting. But this was a lot of work for somebody to hand do. And it wasn't the greatest. Let me see if I can show you. It's not the greatest. Stitching. See, they got a hole. It's soft. It's been loved. And I love it. So that's those. I talk about me doing cross stitch. This is one of the things, excuse me. I should have dusted these. It's been sitting because I haven't hung anything. I mean, I hung some things in my new apartment, but you know, this was not on. But this is one of the cross stitches I do. Right there. And it's a, oh my goodness. I can't remember the name of the pressure picture. I did this in 2019. Jalen. It's a Jalen, and this is the fall. I have summer, winter, and spring also. I am doing spring right now. I'm not doing it right now. It is a whip. I gotta get that out and start doing that again. But it is so, it's got so much back stitch. I mean, look at that. That's all back stitched right in there. Some of my cross stitch. I've done other pieces. I've given stuff away. Before that, I've painted, you know, and I don't have any of my acrylic paintings out right now. They're all packed away. I haven't brought any of that out. But this is one I did of my son. Like I said, it's dusty. One that I did of my son, Paul, when he was probably 2 years old, and his feet were so dirty. I kept it, because that's me, Polly. And I did this before I got real glasses. And I did this one picture and it's a teapot. And it's got flowers behind it, and I did sugar cubes and stuff like that. I thought, that's really good. And then I got glasses, went and visited my son because I gave it to him for Christmas, you know, a few years later. And then I looked at it, I was like, oh. Check your eyes, that's all I got to say. This isn't too bad, but that's me, Polly. And I did this in 2017. So I'm just showing you a few things that I do here and there. My next video will be Friday. Not sure what it's going to be about, what I'll show you, but basically I'm just showing you the progress of what I'm doing. I will try to get a few more things to show you, and see how much of this pineapple orange blocks I can get done. And that's about it. So thanks for watching me. Hi Mia, hi Tammy, I love you, I miss you, and we'll see you later. Bye. Boop.